Hi, Omega Khaos here again with another real life deck profile, and this time I'm showing my updated Dinosaur deck, now the True King version, because obviously it's been a long time since I profiled the Dinosaur deck, so a lot of things have now changed. So I guess let's go as deck. So first the monsters, of course. So I use two Ultimate Conductor Turner. Still a really amazing postmaster, especially good going second and just wipe out your opponent's field and stuff like that. It can be a pretty decent disruption as well in your opponent's turn. So all around, really amazing. You definitely want to have it. Then I use one Dogoran, the Mad Flame Kaiju, just in case if I have to go second. Just something to keep in mind, of course. This is going first variant of dinosaurs, actually. With True King, the goal is to make a really amazing board first turn, because the reason why I decided to go for the going first version of the deck is because of the fact that I don't own cards like Evenly Matched or Lightning Storm that will be actually pretty essential for a going second version of dinosaurs. So I think going first strategies in this case is better for me, at least. But just in case if I need to go second, I have things like this card, Dogoran, which can help to get rid of my opponent's threats. And of course it's also a fire attribute, so it also works very well with the Fire True King. If I throw it in the first turn, when I don't really need it and stuff like that. So all around, pretty good. Then I use one Overtex Quatlus. Dropped it down to 1 because it's a pretty good boss monster, as well as searches for your double evolution pill. But the double evolution pill has fallen out of favor, and also generally can't really summon it out first turn. That's why I only run one of it, just a deck card. Then one Dino Wrestle banner drops. It's now limited to 1, and also it's just pretty good because you can summon this card from the deck with things like Petraron. So it can act as another disruption in your opponent's turn. And also really good going second as well, of course. You can just then spell summon it easily. Then, of course, I run triple Soul-Eating Oviraptor. I think you know what this card does. You can just search any dinosaur monster to your hand, or just send it to the graveyard if you need to. And also you can destroy any level 4 or lower dinosaur from the field. And then you can spell summon any dinosaur monster from the graveyard, which is definitely really amazing. Makes all of your combos pretty much work, and your main consistency card as well. I'm definitely pretty afraid that it's going to get limited because of the fact that dinosaurs are a pretty viable deck competitively right now as well. But we'll see what happens. Then of course I run triple Miscellaneousaurus, because obviously some time ago this card went back to 3, which is definitely really amazing. It's a fire attribute, so it also works very well with the Fire True King. Just a really amazing card. Obviously in your in either player's main phase, you can just send it to the graveyard, and then your dinosaurs monsters are unaffected by card effects during that particular phase. And also you can banish this from the graveyard, as well as other dinosaurs, to summon out the dinosaur on the deck, depending on the level of the monster. Definitely a really amazing card for sure. Then I run one Giant Rex, so obviously it's an Earth attribute dinosaur, which is pretty relevant actually for a particular combo with Naturia Waste. And so of course if it's banished, you can special summon this card from the banished zone essentially. It's definitely a really amazing card, but I don't think you need more than one for sure. Then of course I run a triple Baby Ceratosaurus. Of course, really important card for a deck, obviously, because obviously the main combo piece for a deck. Obviously, it's destroyed by card effect, and plus on any level 4 lower dinosaur from the deck. It's definitely really amazing for sure, and pretty much gets everything going. Then, of course, I run that one Petit Pteranodons, which is definitely pretty good because you can summon level 4 or higher. So you can summon level 4s or something with high level like Pangratops. Definitely really amazing for sure. Obviously, I I consider running more than one, like running even like 3 at one point, but it just became a little bit too inconsistent, because generally you just need one for a combo. So yeah, then of course run that one Churakailo, as that of course level 1 Dinosaur tuner. You gets either summon a Trishula with this card generally, or if one particular combo, you can also summon Naturia based. Yeah. So yeah, definitely really good. And also fire attribute for the Fire True King. Then also run 2 Mechanos Master X. Obviously these are normal monsters that are water attribute dinosaurs, which is relevant for the Water True King in the deck. Also just obviously works with Lore's Sword as well as Survival's End. So I think it's pretty good for a deck. And then of course the True Kings themselves. So first of course there are 1 True King Lithosagim, the Disaster. Of course recently it's back to legal status, but it's of course at 1, which obviously makes sense because it's such a powerful card, because obviously it just destroys air monsters and then you can put them on this card to the field, and also you can then banish extra deck monsters. So that's really amazing. So I don't think I need to explain this card further. Then of course I use triple True King Agnimasud, the Vanisher, a pretty good card as well. Of course, instead of destroying air monsters it destroys, you have to destroy at least 1 fire. So definitely really amazing. Of course generally you draw this one first before any other True Kings if you don't have Dragonite Diagram. So definitely very needed. And then the last monster in the main deck, and the last True King, is True King Bahastos, the Fathomer. Might consider even running more than 1, but right now that's all I use, because that's the only one I have essentially. So obviously it destroys, you have to destroy at least 1 water for this card to spell summon it. But also if you destroy this card with a card effect, for example for your other True Kings, you can actually summon your any non-water Vermos on the deck, which is your other True King. So that's really good for your rank 9 plays. So then let's see the spells and traps. So of course I use the triple Fossil Dig, obviously, because you can search out any level 6 or lower Dinosaur on the deck. Yeah, I don't think it needs an explanation. Then of course triple Lost Word, still a really amazing card for sure. Obviously I think you probably know what this card does. Just summons a token to your opponent's side if you summon a dinosaur monster. If anything will be any normals will be destroyed, you can destroy a dinosaur on the deck instead. And then I use that 1 Dragonic Diagram. Of course this card got limited as well recently, but still of course really amazing card for the deck. Pretty much you have the way you searched out is with terraforming or set rotation, of course, but of course you won't always have it, but still if you can get it, then it's going to be it's going to be a really amazing combo probably if you have like baby dinosaur. Of course then I use that 1 terraforming to search out either Dragonic Diagram or Lost Word if you already have Dragonic Diagram. Then 1 set rotation, because you do have 2 fiat spells, Diagram and Lost Word. Then 1 Foolish Burial, pretty good as well for a deck. You can send things like Miscellaneous to the graveyard or Overdeck Squatlus and stuff like that, so it's definitely pretty good in the deck. Then I use 1 Most Reborn as an extra extender to make even a better field. Then I use 2 Unexpected Die to summon Megasmash X from the deck. I kinda want to run 3 of this card, but right now I only have 2. Then I use that 1 Double Eversion Pill, still a pretty good card, but obviously the only non-dinosaurs you have in the main deck are the True Kings. but still I think can be pretty good in some situations. But then the last cards in the main deck are 2 Survival Event, because I think it can be pretty good in this deck, where you can just destroy any number of normal monsters. I think it's one Dinosaurs on the deck that are level 4 or lower. And then if it's in a graveyard, you can banish it, destroy any Dinosaur from your field, and then destroy any card your opponent controls. It's definitely really good card for sure. So now let's see the next deck, but first of course we have those tokens for the deck, for a Lost World of course. So of course first we have one True King of Calamities. First turn of course you want to summon it every duel. We do, because it's of course really amazing. We can shut down pretty much all of your opponent's monster effects, at least on the field essentially. I think you probably know what this card does. I don't think I need to explain it, but obviously you have to know that it's really amazing. Then one Phantom Fortress Interplanar, just in case I want to like banish something from opponent's hand or field. Of course, in combination with Ritual, you can get rid of a lot of cards. Then 2 Evolsar Lagia, which obviously negates anything that's detaching 2 exist materials. I think definitely one of the main combos in the deck is to summon out a True King of Calamities plus this card. That's definitely pretty good and probably can beat out most of my opponents with that particular combo. Then I use one Evolsar Tolka if I want to, because obviously it can detach an exit material, negate any monster effect, and then destroy that card. And it's also not the once per turn effect, so you can actually negate 2 monster effects. That's definitely really amazing for sure. Then of course I use that one Shining number 39, Utopia Lightning. Of course really good in some situation if you need to get rid of a specific monster. Of course I use that Utopia 4 Utopia Lightning. Then I use one number 1 of 3 Ravana Zero, because obviously in combination of Lost World it's really good. Then I use one Caster, the Skyblast Musketeer, if I want to get rid of something specific. Then I use one Evilsman Extra Knight, because obviously it's still pretty good to blow out the field if I need to. Then one Abyss Dweller to shut down my opponent's graveyard completely. Then I use of course one Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. One of the main synchros you're going to summon first turn, because it's a level 9, so it of course it's easier then to make your rank 9, and you can just banish of course from the hand, field and the graveyard. But first turn of course you're just going to hit the hand. Then of course I run that one Natura Beast, because in a specific combo with Reprotocus you can actually summon this card, but obviously you need the right cards for it, and you won't always be able to do it. But if you can do it, it's definitely really amazing, because it just negates all the spells and your opponent really can't do anything about it. Then some links, only use one Reprotocus for the Natura Beast combo specifically, definitely pretty good. And the last most in the deck is one Pentastar, because it's really good PR serve in combination with cards like Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. So that was the deck. So this was my update Dinosaur deck. I still definitely really enjoy playing with this deck. It can be really good either going second or going first. So definitely I think it's a really good deck for sure. Obviously it's pretty competitive, viable even right now. And it's going to get a new card from Eternity Code as well. Although it's going to be Sigiter, so won't be able to right now afford it, because it's probably going to be like at least 50 euros or something like that. But this is what we have to work with right now. So I hope you enjoyed this real life deck profile. For now, goodbye and Omega Khaos out.